two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Murray out there with ball. And it's Anderson in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Raptors, Scotty Barnes is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Waters in at the 5. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Drills it from deep.
Yeah, and there's a 3 right back. LaMelo Ball answering the call.
Skinny passes to Ingram. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Forrest. Here's Skinny. From 17. Boston pulls it in. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time, too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. So let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Murray. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Barnes with the rebound.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Waters, and he banks in the layup.
He was taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Ball gets it to go.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Pass to Skinny. Outside Ingram. From the wing. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
And by the look of it, guys, this could be serious.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people. But look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Toronto. Matthews comes in for Barnes. Tatum with it. Outside, Brown. No good from outside. Toronto leading by 5. Here's Matthews. Yep, that one's good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Boston's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Ball passes to Brown. To the middle. Rebound Toronto. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
Skinny passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Matthews. Drops in the 3. Matthews got 5 now.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Here's Ball. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Skinny passes to Ingram. Here's Skinny. Hounded by Ball. Here's Matthews. And again, Toronto with a triple.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Toronto making a switch here. White's checked in. And now it's time to take a look at the top defensive teams in the league right now. Number 1, the Raptors.
Without a doubt, the best defensive team in the league this season. Forget about any other stats, steals, blocks, whatever. It comes down to limiting points. And so far, nobody's been better at holding their opponents in check.
Now here's Allen. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Pass to Price. Count it.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Back to White. And it's Toronto with another.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Count it.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Matthews. To the right side. Here's Skinny. Clock at 4. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
And so it's Toronto, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key to this lead. Back to the game after this break. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Hayward in at the center position. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Back to Dosunmu. Puts up a 3. With some changes. Anderson comes in for Allen, and LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Dosunmu. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Skinny in their last game against the Hornets was a big factor. He added 8 points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Pass the ball. The 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've led by as many as 14. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
His first shot coming late. Anderson can't get it to go. Raptors lead by 7. Driving inside. Skinny passes to Barnes. Can't connect from short range.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Tatum drives in. Look at Tatum. Powers his way up for 2.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Barnes Barnes. It's good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Tatum. 12 points for him. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Matthews passes to Skinny. Here's Ingram. Kicks it out to Barnes. Out left to the wing. There's the triple. Skinny, no good. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. With the floater. They get it back. The kick to Tatum. There's Ball with a three. A three ball from LaMelo.
I like how aggressive LaMelo has been tonight. I mean, just looking for his shot consistently.
Let's go with a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Skinny's got 8 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now Tatum. And another shot. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Toronto out in front. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
This upcoming slate is a gut check for them. Good teams level up against good opponents. Bad teams crumble.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Raptors.
They've been choosy.
And that'll do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
All right, time for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Raptors was able to update me on the situation. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. And with this injury coming early, it forces the coaching staff to make some difficult decisions. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Graham.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
So the Celtics 5 right now. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. LaMelo Ball is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Anderson in at the center position. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, it sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Here's Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Wow. Did I just see that? I mean, LaMelo with the artful dribble.
Here's Skinny. And again, Toronto with a triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. The three from Ball. Rebounded by Ingram. And it's Toronto's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Skinny, no good. Celtics trail by 10. Ball taking his time here. To the inside. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds in the game. Among the best in the NBA for a few years now. Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he can just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Let's see what we got. Nice try. It's all good.
He's checked in for Barnes. And a look here at the shooters doing the most damage from long range this season. Brandon Ingram is second.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
And Boston has possession, trailing by 13. Brown looking around. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it. Now the Raptors with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Launches it. Oh, again! Toronto with a triple.
I just love the ball movement.
There's Ball with a three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Oh, got that one up quick. Skinny's got 26.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Celtics trail by 19. Ball outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. No good from 11 feet.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Outside, Brown. Beyond the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Brown's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Outside Ingram. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Ball passes to Anderson. From the arc. Ball no good. Toronto leading by 19. Here's Skinny. Off target from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Ball into the lane. The kick to Tatum. Ball outside. Back to Tatum from outside the arc. Sinks it from distance. He's got 19.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Skinny. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Tatum from long range. And so it's Toronto, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. Their efficiency has been all. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Barnes is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Skinny in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Outside Tatum. Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
Matthews misses. Celtics trail by 21. Here's Price. Pass to Tatum. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Tatum's got 21 points in the game.
I love seeing Tatum exhibit the passion that he has shown us tonight. Such a motivated performance by him. There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Boston making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Pass to Ware. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. For 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
The Celtics have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Up top, Tatum. Here's the floater. Rebound by the Raptors.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty. You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Skinny, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Skinny. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Tatum against Barnes. Outside Tatum. Pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Step back and fire. And too long on the shot. Toronto leading by 22. Here's Skinny. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th assist in this one. Ball passes to Murray. On the wing, Tatum. Gets an open look and hits it. Tatum's got 25 points.
He's gotten so good at finding the open man. Murray does it again.
Here's Skinny. And the Raptors, another 3.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And it's good. 2 points. He's got 21.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Raptors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Skinny.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
Hayward, he's checked in for Toronto. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Outside Murray. Back to ball. Outside Brown. Again, the miss by Boston. For Toronto, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. From downtown. Good! Another from 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely looking to shoot as much as possible. Pass to Tatum. Anderson with a screen on White. Tatum finds ball. It's hauled in by Hayward. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Skinny. And another basket for Toronto.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Pass to Brown. There's Ball with a 3. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him, just let him roll. And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
So, no problem for Toronto.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Be careful. These fans boo Santa, and you ain't no Santa. MP, you got that look in your eye tonight. You better watch out.
Show your city's pride by taking this pennant to school or basketball camp. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word 76ers along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Fans, don't forget about our bobblehead giveaway. Come to the game, ring the bell, and get a free mascot bobblehead. The man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 41.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Our game tonight featuring the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers here in Wells Fargo Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers, Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll be playing the Bucks in Milwaukee. Then on Friday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics.
And for that game against Los Angeles, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And by now, we know how much emphasis NP's been putting on his offense. He wants to be the leading scorer every time he takes the court.
And he's had plenty of bite to go along with his bar. He's been on a tear since making his feelings known publicly. When MP has something to prove, he can be dangerous when he's at the top of his game.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. They've got Skinny. Antetokounmpo is out there with Scotty Barnes. Then it's Ingram. And it's Forrest in at the shooting guard position. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Skinny. A three-pointer off the mark. For the 76ers, the last game, a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Carter looking around. Bradley against Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And Forrest gets it to go.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Trent outside. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Now here's Jenkins. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Skinny, in his last game against the Celtics, put on a show. He scored 46 points and made everyone around him better with his passing, with a whole lot of assists. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We'll be looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
The Raptors making a switch here. Matthews is checked in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Giannis against Bradley. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And one of the highlights on the season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
And so Bradley nails both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Pass to Skinny. That's a 2 for Matthews, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Carter, the pass to Bradley. Trent outside for the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. 6-point game. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
There's 57 seconds left in the first. Trent outside. Shoots the 3. Jenkins can't get it to go.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Come on. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Skinny can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 9. Trent passes to Carter. The 10-footer. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Skinny. Nice shot from the wing. Skinny's got 14 points. And so it's Toronto. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
We've got Bradley. Allen is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Clemens in at the point guard position. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Here's McCain. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Lets the three fly. Matthews with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Outside, Sexton. Pass to Clemens. Offline with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Skinny gets the bucket.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Here's McCain. Still yet to score. Six on the shot clock. And here's Bradley from three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Here's McCain. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Making a change here. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Here is Skinny. 17-point lead, their biggest. Sinks the triple. Skinny's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Carter. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. That's now 26 points for Skinny.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Carter outside. Here's Jenkins. The 76ers with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Trent. Last game he had 13. Good on the triple. Trent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is what we would call a hot spot, particularly if Gary Trent Jr. is the shooter.
Skinny can't get it to go. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for him. Picked away. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. Here's Skinny. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Now the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. Here comes the T-shirt. On your feet. Let us tell you what's on, everybody.
Checked in for Bradley. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Raptors.
Get loud for that one once again.
And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. Carter with a screen on Ingram. Trent against Ingram. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's size, no doubt a huge factor, a master at getting up to block shots.
Nailed from three-point land. And that's 31 points for Skinny.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot in that time. The whistle blowing.
Boy, it takes more than tight defense to bother Gary Trent Jr. It works out well for him with a trip to the foul line.
Trent hits them both. For Toronto, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's the 3. That shot off. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run. They're thinking about the shot. You were so close. Let's hear it for the participants.
Thanks for tuning in. We love...
The defense has been trash. That is, if you can call it defense. I call it being lazy.
Yeah.
Now let's take a moment. And that'll do it for half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Skinny having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Toronto's head athletic trainer, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. Now, it's an unfortunate blow to them so early on in the season. We'll see how this team responds moving ahead. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We got Scotty Barnes, also Kumbo out there. Skinny is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Forrest in at the 2. Skinny tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jenkins the pass to Bradley. Jenkins with it. To the inside. Trent can't hit.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And yes, it's good. Forrest has got his second bucket.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Skinny. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
For 3.
Skinny's got 40 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Carter missing. Toronto's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
So it's Toronto now. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. Skinny can't get it to go. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Hunter on the wing. Pass to Jenkins. Lakic. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
3-pointer. And good, the 3-point shot, good from Skinny. Skinny's got 46 points. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lakic. And it's Forrest with the rebound. Forrest has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wasted no time on that one. 49 points for Skinny.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Carter, the pass to Jenkins. Here's the floater. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
So both teams making some changes here. 1:14 left in the third. Pass to White. Here is Skinny. Raptors moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Matthews. Raptors get it back. Takes the three. And it's White missing. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. High post Allen. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Randall kicks to Matthews. Puts up a deep three. And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's McCain. He has yet to score. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Sexton. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. And with the fourth quarter upon it. Checked in for Randall. And here are the Raptors now. A three from Matthews. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Trent's got 4 rebounds in this game. They've got Gary Trent. Bradley is out there with Carter. And it's Jenkins in at the 2-guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And he gets the bucket.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Skinny. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And it's Carter missing. Toronto's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. And they get it. He lays it in. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
And it's Trent in the corner. Lets it go from 11. Got a piece of it. From the arc. Second chance effort, and he sinks the layup.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Raptors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Skinny.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Trent gets the bucket.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Drains the three-pointer.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Carter outside. Pass to Bradley. With the fadeaway. Bradley sets the pick for Carter. Off target from outside. Takes a three. Again from deep. The three-pointer good from Skinny.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And here's Carter. Offline from the top of the key. This one for three, and it falls.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.
Son, you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. These cheese heads are something else.
Let's quiet them. We know MP came ready to play.
The countdown is on from America's Dairyland in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at Fiserv Forum. The Raptors taking on the Bucks. For Toronto, hard work pays off with the best record in the NBA, and they're determined to hold that top spot. Bucks, Raptors, the NBA on 2K Sports.
They say revenge is a dish that's best served cold. The good, young, we all grow old. In a world where you never 50, and if he cries wolf, you can never believe him. Easy to say, so they say. Be a good boy, Johnny, don't you ever play with. So they say, so they say. You gotta crawl before you fucking walk before you. So they say.
Welcome, everyone, to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at the Raptors. They're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record. And, of course, Milwaukee not posing much of a threat right now.
You know, for the Raptors, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. We've got Barnes, also Giannis Antetokounmpo out there, and it's Ingram in at the 3, small forward. And for the Bucks, we've got Sharp, and it's Dennis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You take a look at the Bucks. They haven't won a game yet in the NBA Cup. 0-3 record, with tonight being their last Cup game.
And I tell you guys, they have to get that 0-3 Cup record out of their minds. Just focus on the regular season from here.
And then the situation for Toronto, a 3-0 record in the NBA Cup. Looking tonight to finish group play perfect.
And not an easy thing to do. They'll be tested on the road tonight, but so far it's been so good for them.
Here's Nunley. Screen by Bridges. The 3 is up. Nunley misses. Skinny passes to Barnes. Here's Skinny. From outside, off the mark. Here's Nunley. In the game against Cleveland, very impressive. Pass to Bernard. Here's Dennis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Outside Sharp. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Down low. Here's Dennis. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. The Raptors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Lets the 3 fly. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Inside. It's stolen by Ingram. Here comes Toronto on the push. Morris, that one's good.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
To the paint. Here's Nunley. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Barnes finds Ingram. Here's Skinny. Buries it from 3. Skinny's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We discussed the elephant in the room, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach said we'll look to build the wall as best we can, but Giannis gets better at beating it every year. All I'm really asking from my guys is their best effort against him. These are reasonable expectations from a coach for his squad.
Thank you for that, Allie. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Nunley. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Skinny. No good on the triple. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Dennis. Pass to Nunley. Here's Dennis. It's Sharp on the wing. 5 to shoot. Screen by Bridges. Releases. Again, the Bucks, good for 2.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Nice shot by Skinny.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
58 seconds left in the first. Oh, swiped away. This one for 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Misi. In his last outing, 10 points for him. To the middle. Here's Sharp. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simpson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. The shot misses. And so it's Toronto closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And they push the tempo. Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. So for Toronto right now, we've got Brandon Ingram. And it's Matthews in at the shooting guard position. Three-pointer Sharp. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Skinny in their last game against the 76ers put on a show. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore? B.A.?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. 4-3, good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Sharp passes to Bridges. Back to Sharp. 1:24 left to play in the second quarter. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
White, the pass to Matthews. Here's Skinny. Misi grabs the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
56 seconds left in the first half. Toronto grabs the miss. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
This team, I tell you, is doing a heck of a job actually putting their name against some of the best names in the NBA's history when you talk about winning streaks. I mean, these kind of streaks do not happen often, and there's a lot going right for this group right now.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Toronto. Forrest comes in for Matthews. He shoots. And And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Sharp's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Skinny, no good. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Sharp passes to Bridges. There's a screen. Here's Bernard. Pure from three-point range. And it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And so it's Shaedon Sharp making highlights for the Bucks. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. More 2K action in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
At home, this team is pretty stout. Looking at this upcoming stretch, they're probably licking their